She's so fine. Hell of her blows my mind. Hell of her lights my day.
Yes, I'm here for Shanquella Robinson. Shanquella was my daughter. We love Shanquella. Shanquella had a family that loved her, and she was an amazing child. And she loved people. She did no wrong to no one. And we just heartbreaking how we seen a video of her being brutally beaten, and no one has been arrested yet. Someone should have been arrested right after the video was released. Amen. But unfortunately, that Shanquella, no one has done anything about it. No one helped her when she was in there being brutally beaten. They telling her to just fight back, fight back. Someone should have had sense enough to step up and help her. Stop the fight, but they didn't. They continued to watch it and laugh and killed my child. I need justice for somebody. Somebody needs to be arrested for this. You know, we can't sleep, we can't eat. You know, we have barely holding down a job. Because we're not getting justice for her. She needed justice. She can't rest either. I need people to stand up.
You tell me how you found out about it?
I found out through a phone call. I got a phone call saying that, and really, when I got the phone call, they were saying she was alcohol poisoned. She wasn't responding. Really, Shanquella it wasn't no such thing as alcohol poison. Later on, when the video came out, they called me lying, even came to my house lying. Didn't know that the video had been leaked out. And we just heartbroken. You know, we just don't know which way to go, which way to turn.
What's good, guys? Today is Monday, May the 22nd, 2023. It's been a minute since I did a video. I had to take a break. And what a lot of people don't understand is I'm an empath, and a lot of the stories that I cover get up under my skin, I guess I should say. I've also had a lot going on, met the love of my life, but regardless of all of that, I still can't break away from this case. Now, this video, as you can tell, will be regarding the Shanquella Robinson case. And I thought this was a good chance to jump back in and get started all over again with covering this case. Now, we all know that a woman, a black woman, visiting, being a tourist in Mexico, should not have lost her life at the hands of the people that she traveled with. She shouldn't have lost her life in any kind of way, going on a vacation. Regardless, that happened. Shanquella Robinson died while vacationing with her travel mates in San Jose del Cabo, Mexico in October of 2022. Now, shortly after that, the video emerged of her being viciously beaten by members of her travel team. Now, recently, the FBI declined to bring any charges in this case. And the family hired attorneys Ben Crump and Miss Sue Robinson, and Ben Crump spoke in front of a lot of people in regards to this case just a few days ago. And I'm going to go ahead and play that clip.
We are encouraged by our meeting at the White House this morning with the White House officials and White House counsel. We met with Steve Benjamin, who is the Director of Public Engagement for the White House, and his staff and members of White House counsel to talk about what do we do now? How do we go forward? Or do we tell Ms. Salamandra that there's no hope for justice for her child? And we are grateful that they said, no, don't give up on the process, that we are going to look at what can be done to make sure that there is at least due process for Shanquella Robinson. Because we understand everybody's innocent until proven guilty. And as people of color in America, we want to make sure that everybody is given their due process. But now, once you have the evidence laid bare, like what we saw in that video, and there's no justification for it, then just like any other body's children, we want justice for our children.
Now, Ben Crump also said, we were hopeful that once the FBI got engaged, that they would respect this American citizen, this young black woman who, based on the video, did absolutely nothing to warrant such a savage beating. He said that Friday in Washington, D.C., as shouts of justice for Shanquella Robinson rang out among the crowd. Ben Crump, surrounded by his co-counsel, Miss Suane Robinson, the family of Shanquella Robinson, and supporters, demanded diplomatic intervention in connection with the 25-year-old influencer and successful businesswoman's death. But now we're at 6 months later, and everybody who participated in the maiming and brutality of Shanquella Robinson is still completely free. Attorneys on Friday, just last Friday, charged U.S. law enforcement officials handling the case improperly because Shanquella Robinson was a black woman, and compared the case to the thorough and extensive investigations into the death of Natalie Holloway and Gabby Petito. Now, we know, just common sense, Natalie Holloway and Gabby Petito's cases were all over the news. Not so much for Shanquella Robinson. Sickening cell phone video showed a woman viciously beating Shanquella. Not a woman. Daejhanae Jackson viciously beating Shanquella Robinson as an American-sounding man can be heard in the background shouting, "Can you at least fight back?" The autopsy later revealed the North Carolina native died from severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, despite her travel mate's claims that she died from alcohol poisoning. Imagine if this is your child. Imagine if this is your daughter, who you bear, who you brought into this world. Just imagine that, Ben Crump went on. U.S. officials said last month they would not federally prosecute any of Shanquella Robinson's travel mates because investigators couldn't prove a crime, quote, beyond a reasonable doubt, end quote. And I have done numerous videos about intent. And intent, whether we like it or not, is going to come into play, especially when they are bringing charges in this case, both here, as it did, and also in Mexico. Mexican prosecutors have filed charges against one woman, Daejhanae Jackson, who was traveling with Shanquella Robinson's group at the time. She previously returned to the U.S. Mexican authorities, it says, but the woman who remains unidentified, no, she does not remain unidentified, it is Daejhanae Jackson, had previously returned to the U.S. Mexican authorities sought to have the woman extradited to Mexico. So far, that has not happened. Family and attorneys met Friday with Stephen Benjamin, director of the White House Office of Public Engagement, attorney Suane Robinson, who is not related to the family, and they addressed the crowd. They heard us, and they're hearing the family, and they're understanding that it is a case that came from the people, she said. The White House is starting to get the message that we're not going to stand down. We're not going to accept it. No, we're not going to accept later, tomorrow, 10 years from now. But we are accepting 6 months. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And so far, attorney Suane Robinson said that after that mark, the 6-month mark, they were going to bring the heat. And that is exactly what they're doing. They have honored their word. They have continued to keep this case in the spotlight. And now it's up to us, the supporters, those that support the family in this quest for justice, to continue to keep Shanquella Robinson's name in our mouth. This case just really did something to me. It just, I'm telling you, you just have to believe me. When I take a break, it's for a reason. This case, along with the case of Rasheem Carter, has taken a toll on me. But I have taken a little breather. I'm back from hiatus, and I'm going to keep pressing in this case. I will keep you guys updated as stuff happens, and thanks for your support. Thanks for the encouragement, the emails I've been getting, and I hope everybody has a great day. Thanks for watching.